ZIMBABWE sunset jazz. Dust on my shoes, sun in my teeth when I grin. You spin that straw hat slow, say you coming or you staying in. Your laugh kicks up the sand, bare feet tracing lazy rings. There's mango on your fingers, and trouble in the way you sing. Golden Savannah swing, you pull me out, you pull me in. Round and round that circle of red, I lose my name, I lose my words to your golden Savannah swing. Hearts upbeat but moving in sync. If this is wrong, don't let it in. Spin me again, spin me again. Goats on the hillside stare, old men tapping time on a grave. Kids chase our shadows, betting how long till it's too late. You steal the sky from me just by lifting up your chin. Storm clouds at the edges, but here we just keep leading in. Oh, golden Savannah swing, you pull me out, you pull me in. Round and round that circle of red, I lose my name, I lose my words to your golden Savannah swing. Hearts upbeat but moving in sync. If this is wrong, don't let it in. Spin me again, 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 spin me again. If the rain comes, let it. We'll just dance in the red brown street. If the night falls, let it. We'll still glow like a fieldside dream. Yeah, golden Savannah swing. Ooh, you pull me out, you pull me in.
Recording stopped. Good afternoon. Please be seated. We are going to start the session. Excellencies, Honorable Ministers, distinguished colleagues, welcome back to the after the morning session. I hope that you have a good lunch with good energy and ready for the session, which is the driving the implementation through the country partnership framework. So without further ado, I would like to invite So I'd like to invite Mrs. Rosemary, the UN resident to Zimbabwe, for making the keynote remarks and opening the session. After that, we will invite the Honorable Minister to the stage.
Good afternoon. I would like to recognize and congratulate the government of Zimbabwe, here represented by Honorable July Moyo, the Minister for Energy and Power Development, for ably hosting this magnificent International Solar Alliance regional meeting held in Southern Africa for the first time, and days after our region's leaders met in Durban and called for accelerated industrialization built on our own resources. I commend the ISA management and staff for convening this meeting. Honorable ministers, senior government officials, excellencies, ambassadors, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished captains of industry, delegates, all protocols observed. This segment that we are about to go into focuses on ISA's country partnership frameworks, helping countries translate solar ambitions into structured programs, investment pipelines, and measured development outcomes. The approach is right, country-led and focused on delivery. So I will speak to one question and return to it at the end. What will make country partnership frameworks deliver at country level? My first point, the paradox is familiar. Its cause is the point. Africa holds roughly 60% of the world's best solar resources, yet accounts for 1% of the installed solar PV capacity. Of $521 billion US dollars invested worldwide in 2024, only about 9 billion reached Africa. Meanwhile, close to 600 million people in sub-Saharan Africa remain without electricity, nearly 80% of the global access deficit. These figures can begin to sound like geography. They are not. This is a risk and readiness problem, not a resource problem. The gap closes through three things that governments and partners can build: prepared pipelines, shared risks, and capable institutions. That is what a strong country partnership framework should help deliver. A second point, public services are not just the outcome, they are the anchor. I am the United Nations resident coordinator speaking on behalf of nearly 20 UN country team agencies working in Zimbabwe, whose strength lies in their diverse mandates and expertise, working together with government and development partners to deliver real results for this country. I invite you all to visit the UN stand, which showcases Zimbabwe's Renewable Energy Joint Program, which brings together UNESCO, UNDP, UNCDF, and UN Women, financed by a pool funding mechanism known as the Joint SDG. For the last couple of days, I've had the good fortune to visit specific initiatives where UN agencies with donor funding and under government leadership have helped bring solar solutions. I've seen it up close, a 40 kilowatt peak solar system at Victoria Falls District Hospital, the Kudubalila solar-powered nutrition garden, sustaining food production and recurrent climatic shocks, amid recurrent climatic shocks, and later this week, visiting UNICEF work with private sector partners to support water, sanitation and hygiene and green solutions for schools right here in Victoria Falls. And of course, we are in a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which emphasizes protection and sustainable development of Victoria Falls. Together, they help this country address energy, climate resilience, and sustainable development as one transformation agenda. The familiar lesson we all know is that solar strengthens health, nutrition, and education. The less familiar lesson is that in well-structured distributed energy models, a clinic, school, nutrition garden, or water point can serve as an anchor load, providing predictable demand that improves the economics of serving the surrounding community. Public services are not only an outcome of electrification, they can help make it financeable. Ministries and other actors in health, education, and agriculture are potential co-investors. And where drought affects agriculture, water, public services, and the public purse, distributed solar is an adaptation strategy, not only a decarbonization strategy. A third point, frameworks need to be anchored in national instruments and existing delivery machinery. Only then can it earn its keep if it strengthens the national plan rather than becoming another document for a ministry to reconcile. Zimbabwe has a clear target: universal household electricity access by 2030, with 1.9 million additional grid-connected households and 1.2 million reached off-grid. The National Energy Compact under Mission 300 backs this with an investment envelope of approximately $9.13 billion. So we need to wire partner frameworks into the delivery machinery, not alongside it. Mission 300 compacts already use this. As far as possible, we need one country plan, one delivery architecture, and one results framework, with ISA country partnership frameworks and other initiatives, including those of the United Nations, aligned around them. Second, we need conveners across sectors. We know that the development case for solar will need to be one, not just in the Ministry of Energy, but also in ministries of finance, health, agriculture, and education. Please count on me as a resident coordinator to help bring together government and partners, while our own cooperation framework with the government will ensure the full UN system aligned with national priorities. We need to finance the transition, capture the value chain, and widen the partnership. Africa no longer needs proof that solar works. Solar power is a game changer and a development equalizer. What it needs is a shift from financing projects to financing investable national transitions through regulatory preparation, aggregated and de-risked pipelines, and models suited to decentralized investment. In this respect, the Africa Solar Facility is most welcome, with the Government of India's $25 million contribution intended to catalyze approximately $700 million in blended finance. But public finance and multilateral support will not be enough. Energy transformation requires South-South cooperation that shares technology, experience, and workable policy models, along with private sector collaboration that brings capital, innovation, supply chains, and delivery capacity. This meeting is an opportunity to connect those strengths around country-defined priorities. For me, this is especially important as we regard the last mile. The district nurse I spoke to, the village chief, the national parks coordinator, They all made the plea to ensure that development gains are inclusive and sustainable and experienced fully by those who live in the communities. This has been done elsewhere. We need to bring those solutions to every person and place in Zimbabwe. And on this journey, we must capture more of the value chain. Solar assembly, installation, maintenance, repair, and recycling creates jobs and enterprise, which is much needed here, while harmonized standards help African firms serve African markets. Zimbabwe's lithium and platinum group metals sits at the front end of these chains. The mineral and megawatt agendas should not be run in separate rooms. A further test is whether women and youth own part of this economy as engineers, entrepreneurs, and operators, not only as end users. So in concluding, let me circle back to the opening question. What will enable initiatives like the ISA country partnership frameworks deliver? 3 things. Anchor them in national compacts and the delivery units that already track implementation. Aggregate them into pipelines large enough and de-risked enough to move the cost of capital, drawing on South-South cooperation and private sector capability. Measure them in lives. Clinics powered, schools connected, harvests saved, enterprises grown, and jobs created. We need the right policy, the right systems, and the right accountability to ensure that no person and no place is left behind. ISA's country partnership framework can be a powerful bridge between national ambition and delivery, provided it is grounded in these national systems and connected to the full range of partners required for transformation. Zimbabwe is well placed to demonstrate what this looks like in practice, and the United Nations country team in Zimbabwe stands ready to support that ambition. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Excellency Mrs. Rosemary, for setting the context for the session, how to drive impact through the country partnership framework. And as you have mentioned in your conclusion, the country partnership framework is very much aligned with the country priorities. Now, it's given me an honor and a pleasure to invite on the stage our honorable ministers and head of delegation from the countries who signed the country partnership framework with ISA. But let me start with the Director General, Mr. Ashish Khanna. Honorable Minister Okusai, the Minister of State for Energy and Mineral Development of Uganda. Honorable Nani Jawara, Minister of Petroleum, Energy and Mines, the Gambia. Honorable Minister Julai Moyo, the Minister of Energy and Power Development of Zimbabwe. His Excellency Mr. James Musonei, the Ambassador of Rwanda in Zimbabwe. Mr. Abu Bakr, the Chief of Staff, Ministry of Energy and Petroleum of Senegal. Mr. Sanjay Somon, the Deputy General Manager, Central Electricity Board of Mauritius. Mr. Thomas, the Director of Selco Foundation. And we have also another Thomas, who is the team lead at the Senegal Energy from the World Bank.